the valency chart, first we have the cations, right? So we have monovalent and divalent, and as you see that there are more divalent cations than the monovalent cations. So in order to learn, it becomes very hectic. So what you will do, you will just learn all the monovalent. Then what will happen? That if you remember that these are monovalent, then all other are divalent. In that case, you can learn it. Like if you study 5 monovalent and 3 trivalents, then the other rest cations are all divalent. So you don't have to remember all of them. This is what I am going to say. So all the monovalent cations include hydrogen. First of all, it is hydrogen. What is the symbol of hydrogen?
H plus.
H. Then lithium.
Li plus.
Li. Sodium. Potassium.
K plus.
Silver.
Ag plus.
Mercury.
Hg plus.
This we have a left elements.
Ammonium is an H4 plus.
That are radicals. These are cations. Radicals and cations have a difference. What is the difference in a anion or a cation? There is only one element. Here it is the only mercury particles are present. Here only silver particles are present. But in radicals there are 2 elements. For example, in ammonium, NH4+. There is nitrogen as well as hydrogen. So there are 2 elements are present. So that is the difference between an ion and the radical. So Computers. So that are variable valency. That means copper may have 2 plus as well as plus 1.
So copper 1 is Cu plus. Copper 1 is Cu plus and copper 2 is
which copper you use with balance?
This will be mentioned over there.
copper 1 and copper 2.
Copper and copper. So you don't have to gold and gold. So if you learn only this, it's 8. So if you only study this 8, learn this 8 by heart, then you are going to learn the whole balance chart, because you know that only this number of cations are monovalent. That means rest are all bivalent. So you don't have to learn each and every of them. Divalents are, yes, divalents. I am telling you that if you learn only monovalent and trivalent, if you learn it right way, then you know that apart from this, all the cations are divalent. So you don't have to learn the divalent. So your work is less.
Also, in general, in divalent, they just mention it's like most of them have like other valencies, so they like generally mention them.
Yes.
Like mercury 2 or copper 2 or iron 2.
There are variable valency, but like mercury, and in case of copper as well as silver and gold, we have the variable valency. So that will be mentioned. Platinum. Yes. Now this is the monovalent. I'm writing it over here. The trivalent. The trivalent is aluminium.
And then Al3 plus, arsenic,
There is arsenic, which is
As3 plus.
plus. There is chromium, 3 plus.
You have written plus like
3 plus.
for the arsenic.
3 plus. Arsenic plus 3 plus. And chromium, Cl2 plus. And there is tetravalent, which is
Bismuth,
gold is 3 plus.
bismuth and ferric, which is iron 3. Can you make a list of like elements which have a variable valencies?
Yes, I will give you that in the course. Bismuth. And anything else I would like to add?
Tetravalent,
Now we will discuss about the tetravalents.
No, iron was there.
iron, ferric and gold 3.
ion. This is also a variable. So we will discuss a variable in one chart. That's why I was not discussing about this. Variable, I will give you the variable valence system. Tetravalent. Tetravalent is first one is a platinum. This is Pp 4 plus. Another one is a T. This is Sn 4 plus.
Lead.
And lead. Okay, remember one thing. Lead is mostly plus. It will only exist as plus 4 oxidation, plus 4 valency only when it reacts with oxygen or fluorine. Otherwise, it will always be plus 2. So you don't have to worry about the lead for this.
They will mention.
Yes, it will be mentioned.
So is it PbO2 in that case?
Yes. So only you have to learn this, and the rest are all bivalent. So you don't have to worry about bivalence. So in this bit, you will learn this valence as well. Okay, if it is done, then we will move on to the anides. Now anides, the thing is just opposite. Anides are mostly monovalent. Most of the anides are monovalent. So we will discuss only about the divalents. Divalent and bivalent. So first is the divalent. The very first one is the oxide. What is the symbol of oxide? No, sulfate, sulfide, that's all radicals. Next we will discuss about the sulfide.
Sulfide. S2 minus.
S2 minus.
S2 minus. Anything else?
Other than all these like oxalate, chromate and all of them are else are all radicals.
Now we will discuss about the radicals. Radicals, the first thing,
Trivalent we had some
radicals are trivalent, right?
No, in trivalent
Trivalent we have nitride,
nitride, phosphide.
phosphide. Okay, we will discuss it.
And in tetravalent we had carbide.
Yes, only carbon. That is very rare. Carbon has tetravalent valency only when it reacts with calcium, CaC, calcium carbide. Only that. Because the reaction is it needs so much energy that most of the reactions of carbons are always covalent with each other. That means it does not form an ion. Only with calcium it forms an ion. So radicals, the best way to learn radicals is S3. What is this S2? S2 is the sulfate radicals. Now I want to tell you what does the word in case of 8 means. 8 means if the radical will contain an oxygen atom. 8 means it will contain an oxygen atom. Now 8 means maximum number of oxygen atoms. And whereas I means one less, and I means no oxygen. One less, and I means no oxygen. First let's discuss about the sulfur one, Sp. When I discuss it, see your balance chart. So first, tell me the first radical of sulfur is sulfate. Now see, this has a 8 word, right? So sulfur will have one oxygen. Now what will be the maximum number of oxygen? So for a radical of sulfur, the maximum number of oxygen is 4. So sulfur has 4. And all the radicals of sulfur, the valence is 2 minus. All the valences. So it will be 2 minus. Next there will be sulfide. Now can we sulfur one less? Yes, so right, one part of this. I means one part of less. And sulfide. Yes.
When we say hydrogen, when we say hydrogen sulfide, it has that sulfur has not that sulfur compound does not have any oxygen. But when you say sulfate, it has oxygen in it.
Yes, A and I means oxygen, and I means no oxygen.
So even though it's like so hydrogen sulfate, hydrogen sulfide, and hydrogen sulfide are all different.
Yes, all are different.
But in case of chlorate, it is
chlorate, perchlorate. Chlorate has many because chlorine it belongs to group 17, and group 17 has many oxy compounds. Halogen. Halogen has maximum number of oxy acids. That's why starting from 1 to 7, there are 7 types of oxy acids. That's why think like this. So whenever you study sulfur compounds, remember first you will remember the valency will call as the 2 minus. First, second, A gives maximum number of oxygen. I gives one oxygen less and I gives 2 oxygen. Next, we will take a series of nitrate. So nitrate will have obviously one nitrogen. Next, A will maximum number of oxygen. And always remember in nitrogen series, all have minus 1 charge except the last one.
Nitrate is minus.
Then nitrate, one oxygen less. Nitrite, there will be no oxygen.
N3 minus.
And there will be N3 minus. So we will learn this in this way. Learn it series wise. It will be easier. Shall I drop it now? Now we will take the phosphate series. Phosphate is similar to sulfate. So phosphorus, then there will be 4 oxygen. 1 has a charge of 2 minus. In case of phosphide, 1 oxygen will be less. And the charge will decrease. In case of phosphate, the charge decreases. It will be 2 minus. And in case of phosphide, there will be no oxygen.
Chromates.
Yes. There is a new chromate.
2 Cl2O4 and Cl2O4.
And what about the one? The chlorine one is like very fast.
The chlorine has very fast. From starting of chloride to chlorate or chlorate.
Chlorine has the maximum number of
5 by 4.
Shall I rub it?
Can I just say something? This valency,
For the time being, learn like I told you.
yeah, now I have marked it, so it's fine. So.
Now, acetate is the only one radical which is a unique one. Remember, acetic acid? CH2COH. Everyone know that? CH2 just remove hydrogen. That is acetate. Just remove that hydrogen. That is acetate. Not acetate. In acetic acid, what do you write? Acetic acid. Everyone knows that it's
CH3COH.
Everyone knows that code. Just remove one hydrogen. Then it becomes acetate. And the charge becomes 1 because 1 hydrogen is removed, that is only 1 mole valent. If 2 hydrogen is removed, that is it will be bivalent.
So the acetic acid is H now.
Why is H2 less equal to 2 hydrogen? Because 2 hydrogen has been removed. That's why it's equal
2 minus. For the acetic acid it's H now.
yes. Acetic acid is H. 1 hydrogen is removed, that becomes acetic. H is added. 1 hydrogen to H is added.
Like
Sulfuric acid, sulfur.
HNO3 one hydrogen is removed, that's why
That's why this is nitrate. Yes.
So all are like that.
Yes, all are like more, not all.
When hydrogen is removed from a compound, they lose the valencies corresponding to the amount of hydrogen removed.
Only it is an anion, so that ion is
No, hydrogen is electropositive. So after moving of electropositive, it will always give an electronegative. That is an anion. But it is not the case of every one because only those acids which have hydrogen can be called inactive. All the acids do not contain hydrogen. So all the compounds
However, it always minus is
H2O. H2O hydrogen that is OH minus. Next one you can say chlorine. Chlorine is ClO3 minus. ClO3 minus is chlorine. Then what chlorine?
ClO4
ClO4
minus.
Always remember chlorine compound, whether it is chloride or fluoride or anything, it will always be known by name. Minus. This is the chloride and the chloride. Chloride is Cl minus. That is chloride is I has no oxygen. So this is the chloride series. Chlorine series.
chloride,
Hydrochloride. It is hypochlorite.
Yes.
For 1 minute, can I set one number to my mother?
It's ClO2 minus. So all the compounds of chlorine are
chloride is ClO2 minus.
Chloride is ClO2 minus. Cl minus. You have written Cl minus there. Chloride.
Chloride is Cl minus.
Chloride is Cl minus chloride.
Yes, chloride. Actually, the chlorine series you don't require. In CBS, only you have to remember this chloride one. These three you don't have. This compounds will not be given to you. This chart is based on all the modes. That means all. Please learn to last. Chloride series. There is another manganese one, and the last one I will discuss is the diatomic one. Only that thing you require, and the others you don't require. It's the
Yes.
manganese one. Manganese. Manganese means again it will have maximum number of oxygens. So O4. And it is 2 minus. And case of permanganate. Permanganate it will be
MnO4 minus.
MnO4 minus. You know that permanganate has been derived from K, potassium permanganate. Potassium K plus, so K is more. That means it will be minus. The last one is the chlorine and dichroic. Chlorine means here O4, 2 minus. And in dichroic, A is maximum number of oxygen. Now di means chlorine will be 2. Perfect, similar to O4. For one chlorine there is 4 oxygen. So for 2 chlorine there should be 8 oxygen. But 1 oxygen is 7. And the last one we will do the pi one. That is bicarbonate, bisulfite, done. So shall I go?
Yes.
The carbonate. hydrogen. So remembering this. Now, what is the word bi means? H. Bi means H. Always remember bi. The word bi means H. And carbon is COP obviously. So whenever one hydrogen is introduced, then one charge is decreased. It will be minus. Similarly for bisulfate, one hydrogen is introduced, one charge is released. Again bisulfate, H, tell me. Share with me. Tell me. Yes, we will have power of 8.
H SO3 2
It
minus.
has 4 oxygens. So 1
H SO3 2 minus.
carbon is 2 minus. Nitrogen is derived from what? H energy. And carbon is derived from H. 2 hydrogens stored here, 1 hydrogen stored. So remembering this. Now, what is the word bi means? H. Bi means H. Always remember bi. The word bi means H. And carbon is COP obviously. So whenever one hydrogen is introduced, then one charge is decreased. It will be minus. Similarly for bisulfate, one hydrogen is introduced, one charge is released. Again bisulfate, H, tell me. Share with me. Tell me. Yes, we will have power of 8.
H SO3 2
It
minus.
has 4 oxygens. So 1
H SO3 2 minus.
H is a 3 minus. And there is one thing for bisulfide. So share with them what it is. What will I write? H I means what did I tell you? Oxygen will be present or not? So oxygen will not be there, so H's and one hydrogen. So what was the charge of without hydrogen? Hydrogen will be the charge of minus the hydrogen will be the 2 minus. 8 minus. So इतना याद रखना I मतलब कोई ऑक्सीजन नहीं, I मतलब एक ऑक्सीजन है और 8 मतलब